You are listening to the ADHD Support Talk Radio podcast. ADHD Support Talk Radio is sponsored by ADDclasses.com. Sign up now for a free webinar by going to www.addclasses.com. This is your co-host, Tara McGillicuddy, and yes, I am finally back with a new episode of ADHD Support Talk Radio. I know it's been a while, and I wanted to come on right away when all the craziness and changes and all the stuff started happening earlier. Honestly, I didn't know what to say. I was at a loss for words, and I know some of you who are on my email list saw that I wrote that. And I was just drained, emotionally, physically, and energetically drained. To sit in front of the computer or just come up with what it was I wanted to talk about just wasn't happening. And, those of you who follow me know I have been offering the group action sessions for the past month or so. And I really wanted to keep offering them at no charge, but I pay for the webinar service, the website, all the stuff. There are costs to running an online business. So I put out a link saying that if people want to donate, keep sessions running for free, they could. And I got to tell you, I'm so amazed and so grateful at the number of people who made donations. And I'd just like to say thank you for those of you who made the donations, because it not only helps me, keep running the business and pay my expenses, it helps all these other people, the hundreds or thousands of people who sign up for my programs. So I want to thank you on behalf of not only myself, but all the people that you have been helping. And, I've always offered affordable programs, offered plenty of free resources. But even if I put up the sessions at a really low cost, with everything going on in the world, I think some people may have been deterred to even sign up, even if it was say a $3 cost, because there's so much uncertainty going on. So I really am grateful for those of you who stepped up and made donations. And to those of you who said they wanted to make a donation and couldn't because they didn't use PayPal, I have put up another option. So thank you for that. So like I said, I have been offering the group action sessions. And one of the reasons I wanted to keep offering them, especially now, because part of, what we do, we focus on getting things done during these group sessions. But what I also put out the intention to do, and what has been happening, is it helps to shift people's energy and focus. And we need to shift our energy now to focus on something other than all the negativity that we're been bombarded with the illness and the virus and everything else going on. So even if it's just for 2 hours, we're focusing on positive changes. And, some people all I'm doing is getting my emails answered, or all I'm doing is decluttering my desk. Yeah, maybe your people are only working on mundane tasks, but you're shifting your energy. Even if you move a piece of paper off of your desk and recycle it, I don't want to say throw it away, recycle it or file it or whatever, you put it in its home, you're shifting your energy. You're putting out that intention to make a positive change. So what happens during these sessions, and one of the reasons they work so well, is we're focusing on positive change, and you have close to 100 people who are doing it all at the same time. So we're shifting energy, we're putting out positive energy, and that's one of the benefits and one of the reasons why it works. Also, the two main techniques that are used during these group action sessions are, one, the Pomodoro Technique or method. And what the Pomodoro method is setting a timer for 20-something minutes, getting a bit of work done, or taking action on something, stopping for a short break, and then doing another round. And the reason it's called Pomodoro is there's a timer that's shaped like a tomato. And I believe Pomodoro is a type of tomato, or in Italian it's tomato. I could be totally off with that, but it's named after the Pomodoro tomato. And if you Google it, you'll find pictures of the Pomodoro timer tomato. And that's one of the benefits. And then in addition to the energy, the Pomodoro method is also the body double concept that is used. And the body double concept is so simple that people like, well, why does it work? Having somebody else with you, whether it's physically in person, on the phone, virtually, helps to shift your energy, stimulate the brain, change your focus, adds motivation, adds momentum. So these three things together can really benefit people to get things done. So, I've been offering them for years. I'm not the only one who offers them. I know the body double concept, originally I heard of it by a coach, Linda Anderson, she was one of the first ADHD coaches out there. So she wrote an article about it, I want to say going back over 20 years ago. And it was basically having somebody with you. You're not necessarily holding you accountable. They don't have to tell you what to do. They're not asking you what to do. They're just there. So if you use the body double concept on your own, like in a physical type of body double, what you could do is have a friend come over, sit at the table. They could be reading, they could be doing their own thing while you're doing the dishes or you're picking up your clutter. And this is why there's study groups where people would study together like in high school or college, and they could focus. This isn't even an ADHD thing. They'd focus better. They'd remember more, and they weren't necessarily helping each other study. They were just putting that intention out that they were all studying together, and some people worked in groups, some people quiz each other and all that, but just having people together. And now with us, most of us in isolation, or if not in isolation, where we've been with the same group of people for ever. So this is why the body double concept, the Pomodoro technique, the shift in energy with the group action sessions are very beneficial. And I know other people who offer similar ones. Mine might be different than others, but the concept of getting together for a set amount of time, checking in and stating what you're going to do. And I have people only share their success or progress. I know some other coaches or ADHD experts who offer similar types of sessions will have people share what they learned or their frustrations or what didn't work. Because my focus isn't just to help people be productive, it's to change the energy, shift the energy, make it more positive. We only focus on success and progress. And I tell people any type of progress is movement forward. Even, if you set out to do something and you only got 0.11% of it done, that's still progress, that's still success. So they've been very beneficial. And for myself, when I first started doing them during the beginning of the outbreak, virus stuff or whatever, I was just like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do anything. And I pushed myself to write that email, to send it out, to have people come to the session. And I was so glad I did, because it shifts my energy too. And I could have just gone back to bed and binged watched Netflix so I really want to thank those of you who have been participating in the group sessions. We've all helped each other, and shifting the energy is important, but being connected, especially now, is so important. So I just wanted to do a brief check-in, talk about the group action sessions. And if you're interested in joining one of them, as I'm recording it, today is April 25th, and I still am planning on adding offering a few more over the next couple weeks at no cost. You can go to adultaddproductivity.com, or if you are, subscribed to my newsletter, you'll get emails a couple times a week about them. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen, and my intention is to get some more podcast episodes up. I know Lynn has had some great guests on she's recorded some episodes with some wonderful guests, great content. So my intention is to add more of those this coming week. And I really hope that I will see you in the next group action session. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. This is Tara McGillicuddy.